Tonight on Mello TV Sports, Elaine Thompson-Harris says she's using the shortened track season to prepare for the Olympic Games. Bayern Munich wins the UEFA Super Cup, and the Kings 11 Punjab defeats the Royal Challengers Bangalore in the IPL. We kick off Mello TV Sports with football, as UEFA will continue to allow teams to make up to 5 substitutions each per match instead of 3 in the Champions League and Europa League this season. UEFA President Alexander Seferin says the rule will also apply to the Nations League and the playoff ties for Euro 2020, plus the Women's Euro qualifiers and the Women's Champions League. The increase in substitutions was introduced last season to alleviate the burden of players as fixtures built up following the stoppage caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. Seferin added that the finals of the 2020-2021 Nations League would be played in October next year. UEFA also decided that the international windows in March and September, which would be used for World Cup qualifiers, should each have 3 match days instead of the usual 2 to compensate for dates lost during the coronavirus stoppage. Bayern Munich were taken to extra time by Sevilla in front of around 20,000 fans in Budapest before adding the UEFA Super Cup to their Champions League trophy with a 2-1 victory. The showpiece was watched by supporters inside the 67,000 capacity Puskas Arena, the first major European match to allow fans since the coronavirus pandemic forced the game into lockdown. Also today, Son Heung-min scored 1 and set up 2 as Tottenham Hotspurs advanced to the Europa League playoff round after a 3-1 victory over Scandinavia in North Macedonia. Son set up Eric Lamela for the opener and Harry Kane the third. In the English Carabao Cup, Liverpool thrashed League One team Lincoln 7-2 to set up a 4th round tie with Arsenal next week. Elsewhere, Liam Delap marked his senior debut with a goal as defending champions Manchester City beat Bournemouth 2-1. Victory means City travel to fellow Premier League side Burnley in the 4th round. Aston Villa were also winners on the day, beating Bristol City 3-0. On to some serious football news now. AC Milan striker Zlatan Ibrahimovic has tested positive for coronavirus. The announcement came just hours before Milan were due to take on Norwegian side FK Bodo Glimt in the Europa League 3rd qualifying round today. Ibrahimovic will now enter a period of quarantine at home. Milan added that no other members of the squad have tested positive in the latest round of testing, although defender Leon Duarte did return a positive result yesterday and has already begun isolating. Ibrahimovic had scored 3 goals in Milan's first 2 games of the season, including a brace in their 2-0 win over Bologna in their first Serie A match of the season. We bowl over to cricket news now. Jamaican pacer Sheldon Cottrell today picked up 2 for 17 as he helped the Kings 11 Punjab to a 97-run win over Royal Challengers Bangalore in the Indian Premier League. Cottrell removed the dangerous duo of Virat Kohli and Devdutt Padikkal for 1 each as his 3 overs yielded just 17 runs. The challengers were dismissed for 109 runs in 17 overs as they chased a tricky 207 to win. Kings 11 made 206 for 3 thanks to a 69-ball unbeaten 132 from KL Rahul, who bladed 14 fours and 7 sixes. Nicholas Puran added 17 to that total. Rahul's knock, the 2nd ton of his IPL career and the first by any player in this tournament, was the highest score by an Indian in IPL history. It surpassed the 128 not out scored by compatriot Rishabh Pant for Delhi Daredevils in 2018. Finally, in the sports news tonight, Rafael Nadal, who is seeking a record-extending 13th French Open title, was handed a relatively tough path to this year's finals at Roland Garros when the draw was made today. The Spaniard will take on Bulgaria's Igor Gerasimov in the first round and faces a potential last 8 clash with US Open runner-up Alexander Zverev, who never made it past the quarterfinals at the clay court Grand Slam. Nadal then faces a possible semi-final clash against last year's runners-up and US Open winner Dominic Thiem. Top seed Novak Djokovic of Serbia will face Swede Mikael Ymer in the first round, where Swiss 16th seed and former champion Stan Wawrinka will take on Britain's Andy Murray in the hottest opener. Meanwhile, Serena Williams, hoping to win a record-equaling 24th Grand Slam singles title, will start her campaign against fellow American Christy Ann. The 6th seed, who was drawn in the same half as the top seed Simona Halep, faces a potential 4th round clash with US Open runner-up Victoria Azarenka. The tournament was rescheduled from May 24 to June 2, then to September 27 for October 11 amid the COVID-19 pandemic. And those are the stories making sports news tonight. We now head back to the news desk with Shelly and Hill.
Thank you, Christopher. And now, to end tonight's newscast, here are the main points. 193 cases of COVID-19 recorded in the last 24 hours, taking the total of positive cases on the island to 5,588. 70-bed mobile field hospital donated by the U.S. government at the National Chest Hospital earlier today. Several persons arrested in Seaview Gardens last night after an attack on a police team that went to enforce the Noise Abatement and Disaster Risk Management Acts. And students in Montego Bay receive school supplies as they prepare to start school on October 5. And that's our news package for you tonight. Thank you for tuning in to Mello TV Evening News at 8. I am Shelly and Hill. Stay safe and pleasant viewing.
Jamaica Weekly.